I'm Tom, a 17-year-old high school student. Not long ago, my family and I relocated to Salem, Massachusetts, a place steeped in the history of witch trials. Despite the eerie past of the town, I've always been someone who is skeptical about the supernatural. One Saturday, a couple of months into our new life in Salem, I stumbled upon an old antique shop tucked away in a corner of the town. The shop was a labyrinth of curiosities, and amidst its treasure trove, I found a dust-covered Ouija board. It was ancient-looking, with an air of mystery to it. The shopkeeper, an old man with twinkling eyes, told me it once belonged to a woman accused of witchcraft during the Salem trials. A chill ran down my spine, but I dismissed it as a sales pitch. I figured the board would make a great conversation starter when my friends came over. So I shrugged, chuckled, and bought it. That night, my buddies came over for our usual hangout session. In the middle of the laughter and stories, I brought out the newly bought Ouija board. We gathered around it in my living room, a mix of curiosity and anticipation on our faces. We began asking questions, not expecting much to happen. But then the planchette started moving. It spelled out, Abigail. The room fell silent, and we stared at each other wide-eyed. Someone cracked a nervous joke, but the tension remained. We asked if Abigail meant to harm us. The planchette slid to yes. Following this, strange occurrences began to transpire in my house. Lights started flickering erratically. Inexplicable sounds echoed from nowhere. Objects moved without anyone touching them, and doors slammed shut on their own. I was disturbed, but I tried to remain rational, assuring my friends there must be some logical explanation. As darkness took over, the inexplicable incidents intensified. I felt an ominous presence in the house. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught glimpses of a shadowy figure, but every time I turned to look, nothing was there. The room temperature dropped abruptly, and I heard a whisper in a woman's voice saying, "You can't escape." The ghostly phenomenon escalated as the moon rose higher. The chill in the room deepened, raising goosebumps on my skin. A figure lurked on the edges of my vision, a flicker of a shadow that darted away each time I tried to look directly at it. The eerie whispers grew louder, the words, "You can't escape," echoing in my ears. It felt like an unseen presence was lurking, biding its time to strike. A feeling of dread settled over me. The situation grew more dire when we tried to make an exit, but found the doors locked from the inside. Panic surged among us, and we tugged futilely at the door. That's when we saw her. In the dim, flickering light, a figure emerged, a woman dressed in tattered clothes. Her face was twisted into a horrifying grimace, her eyes hollow pits of despair. She moved with a jerky, unnatural motion towards us. It was clear to me then, we were not dealing with some made-up story. We were facing Abigail, the spirit of the accused witch. Just as Abigail was about to reach us, the light in the house flickered back on. In the sudden brightness, the spectral figure vanished. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, replaced with normalcy that felt alien after what we had just experienced. I tried the door once more, and this time it swung open easily. We didn't wait for another second. Leaving the Ouija board and our fear behind, we sprinted onto the cool night. Once outside, we huddled together, our breaths panting out in ragged bursts. My house, which had always been a place of safety and comfort, loomed ominously in the moonlight. I turned to look back at it, half expecting to see nothing. But there she was, standing at the window, watching us. The sight sent chills down my spine. As if waving goodbye, she raised her hand, and the front door slammed shut with a resonating bang.